about Boston Boy. A 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. All right, so what I want to talk about today is pick strokes and alternate picking. And I really feel like alternate picking is the way to go for bluegrass. I know that there's a handful of players that don't play like this, and I feel like they're the exception to the rule. So I feel like you want to be in the 95% here. So if there's 5% of great players can get away with a different style, I think that's great. Go for it. If you can do that, go for it. I think the 95% is where I'm at, where this style of playing really helps me. I think if you weren't going to do this, I would say don't be random about your approach, but really study how the players who don't do alternate picking, study out how they do it. Study how Rice did it, or study how the gypsy players use the rest strokes. If you're going to go that way, study how Aubrey King does his thing. Okay, these people are great. There's no doubt about it. But I feel like over here in the Doc Watson, Norman Blake, Dan Crary, Brian Sutton, Steve Kaufman camp of alternate picking, there's a lot of good music to be made. And I feel like most of the teachers teach that way for a reason. So I want to talk about one aspect of that I think is neglected a little bit, okay? So, and that is, this is that your pick stroke is not just hitting a string, it's preparing for the next stroke, okay? So for example, let's just take a C scale. Okay? If I'm going to hit that C note, that pick stroke didn't just hit C, it has to prepare for D. So if I end that stroke right after the string, a little tiny stroke, I have to make a second move to get under D. And this is where people get caught with double downs, because they'll go like this, and then the most efficient stroke, and that sounds good, efficiency, right? It's not what we're after. They end up hitting two downs in a row, and that messes up the momentum, okay? So the stroke on that has to end under the D string, so you can get up on that D string. Then the D string, that note prepares the E note. So it doesn't have to go as far. That note prepares the F note. Now that F note prepares the G note. That G note prepares the A. Okay? So that way you don't get caught. That stroke has to finish ready for the next string. So for example, if you were jumping all the way from C to C, that first C stroke should finish way under there. That's different than going from C to D. It has to end way down there. whatever your stroke is, however you figure out a way to practice that. You know, maybe it's holding a chord and going like, practicing getting different lengths of pick strokes. Or maybe do it from, that's hard. That's really hard for me. Okay? So think about how you might practice that, because that's going to come up. And if you can solve that problem, it's going to help your alternate picking a lot. Okay, so there's the short little tip, the lesson. I'm going to play one more round of Boston Boy, and let's do it backwards this time. I'll play it on guitar first. How's that?